Hello everyone, I've got a co-op mission video for you again. I'm going to be playing level 15 Artanis. I'm going to put through the lock and load mission on brutal difficulty using Immortals and Dragoons. So this strategy is a little bit different than my previous strategy I showed you for Artanis, but hopefully you guys enjoy this strategy. And I will throw in a couple zealots later on in the playthrough because I have a ton of minerals and I need to actually use those rather than just having them sit. So getting this started, I'm playing with Terrax. His name is Tiberius. He is also level 15. I think Artanis and Terrax are a very good combo to play together. One other thing I wanted to let you guys know, I'm going to be creating 3 Starcraft videos in a row and then 1 video of some other type of gameplay. So one of my Starcraft videos that I'll post will be probably a co-op mission. Then I'll probably do 2 Starcraft videos of some type of campaign playthrough. So my continuation in the campaign walkthroughs that I've been making and how to get the mastery achievements and whatnot. And then that 4th video that I'll create, that'll be like a Far Cry Primal or maybe The Witcher 3, Diablo 3, League of Legends, or any other type of game that I have. I might just throw on for that extra video because just for fun. Also, if you guys have any game suggestions that I may have, just throw out a couple game suggestions to me and I'll do that. I want to be able to post many different games including StarCraft. I don't want this channel to be just strictly StarCraft, but with a high emphasis on StarCraft. Okay, so back to the video. As you can see right now, I am hopping on both of the gas. I'm trying to get gas for both of my geysers right now and trying to get the economy pumped out extremely fast as well. You notice that at level 15 for Artanis, there's a 200 supply right away. You don't need any pylons. It's just one of the perks that Artanis has, so that's huge. So getting pylons is not a huge worry right from the get-go, but I mean you still need pylons to create any other building because they form that barrier or whatever that you can build within. As you can see, Dragoon with an exclamation point because I figured out what the other unit was that I was trying to tell him. So I've already got my mineral line pretty much saturated and I've got 3 probes on each of my gases. And I've created some zealots to go take out the rocks from my expansion. I've also started to get my first attack upgrade from the forge. And then what I want to try to do next is get my Robotics Bay as soon as possible. Because you need your Robotics Bay to create Immortals, and you'll be able to create Dragoons from your warp gates. So that's not a problem. Pretty easy to get the Dragoons, but yeah, like I said, you need the Robotics Bay to get Immortals. You'll also want to create some observers from your Robotics Bay. I forgot to do that until a little bit later in this mission. You just have to be careful because, you know, sometimes you'll have Dark Templar or some other type of hidden unit, like Zerg has units that can burrow, like Queens and other type of nasty units that'll get you. So it's important to get that detection for those types of units. So I just got the expansion all cleared away. Once I get enough minerals, I'm going to throw down another nexus. And as you'll see here in a second, I'm creating that Robotics Bay and I'm going to move out to go take this celestial lock from Amon right away. With Artanis, once you're level 15, you'll be able to have your abilities recharge really fast. As you can see, I'm looking through which one I should use. So my teammate's not even here, but I'm literally just going to walk straight up here and use that ability of mine. You can see I just dropped it there. And this ability, it's the farthest one to the right. I think it's solar bombardment. I think that's what it was. That will literally take out all those units right away. So you could just do as I did, walk up that ramp with about 6 units, and as long as your teammate's paying attention, you can take that celestial lock right from the get-go on brutal difficulty, so that's probably a pretty good method to use. Yeah, as you can see, sorry, not paying attention, but he'll get up there pretty quick. Now, when you're capturing celestial locks, all you need is just a probe, just to be around that celestial lock, and it counts as you being there, so you can start capturing it with your teammates. Each of you and your teammate both have to have at least one unit at a celestial lock in order to start capturing it. And there can't be any enemy units. If there's an enemy unit at all near it, you can't start capturing it. Okay, so as you can see what my teammates started to do, which is a good strategy if you're playing as Terrax or some other commander that has a good defensive structures, is he just built some defenses right around that celestial lock. So any stragglers that happen to run up there and try to take that away from us when we're not paying attention, he's got those extra defenses there to provide us with some protection. Because once you have these celestial locks, you still have to defend them. It's not like they aren't just going to get taken away anymore. So now, as you can see, I am directing both of my waypoints from my nexuses down to the mineral line from my expansion, and I'm trying to get my mineral line from my expansion saturated, and then along with the gas as well.
The Zelnaga construct has been corrupted by Amon's void energies.
Okay, so that bonus objective just popped up, but we're not going to worry about that until the very end. You really don't need to worry about that until you have one celestial lock left. Once you have your armies completely, well, pretty close to maxed out, then you'll go take out that bonus objective and it'll be real nice and quick. Okay, and then as you can see, he already has those shield batteries and the other defenses up there, so he was able to handle the oncoming forces just fine right there. Really effective method of defending those celestial locks. Okay, and as you can see, I also have hotkeys for all of my structures. So my warp gates are on the 3 hotkey, and then I have my Robotics Bay on the 5 hotkey. And with not with Terrax, we're playing as Artanis. With Artanis, it's really nice because when you have a power field, you can just straight up warp in your units from your Robotics Bay as well, not just your warp gates. So that's huge. And as you can see, I used my power field ability right there, so that's why I'm able to warp in my units away from a pylon. I'm going to leave one unit at that celestial lock so I can start capturing that celestial lock with my teammate's probe too. So right now my minerals and my gas are about even in how much I have of each, but later on, as I said a little bit earlier, I'm going to start gaining a lot of minerals and a lot less gas. So if you run into a similar situation like that using this strategy, just spam a bunch of zealots. That'll be a good way to try even out the amounts of the mineral amounts and gas amounts that you have for both of those. And it'll soak up some of the extra supply that you need to fill. Also, what would be good to do right now, I don't think I'm being very effective at it, but make sure to watch your forge. Really stay on those upgrades. You want those upgrades ASAP because, I mean, you're playing on brutal difficulty. It's going to be hard to really keep your units alive if you don't have those upgrades. As you can see, some of my units in the front are really taking some heavy hits.
The objective has been claimed.
Okay, so now we have 2 of 5 celestial locks. That's good. We're making progress. So, recall, Immortals cannot attack air units with Artanis, but your Dragoons can. So, what I should be doing here, and I'm not doing it very effectively, is I should probably be keeping my Dragoons in the back of my Immortals. My Immortals have really high shields and hit points, their armor's strong, Dragoons are a bit weaker, and they've got pretty good range. So keep the Dragoons in the back, and then if you have enough alive, you can effectively take out these Void Rays. You can see right here, I'm going to take a huge hit. All these Void Rays are just going to and air units, these carriers as well. They're just hammering away at my army. My army's just getting destroyed right here. Luckily, my teammate was paying attention and started dropping down all of those powers of his. It was really effective. Okay, he's already there. I'm just going to sit here for a little bit just to get that Celestial Lock captured. And then I'm going to try just get everything under a grip on everything. I'm going to start getting those upgrades. Now would be a good time for me to use my shoot, can't remember what it's called right now, but your boost for all of your stuff. Boost to make things build faster. Chroma Boost, there we go. As you can see, I just Chroma Boosted both of those forges. Once you get all of your mineral lines and gases saturated with probes, you don't need Chroma Boost on your Nexuses anymore. So make effective use of that Chroma Boost. And as I'm doing, I think it's a pretty good idea to put your Chroma Boost on your actual upgrade buildings, such as your forges and your Twilight Council. Those would be smart buildings to put Chroma Boost on. You also have a, with Terrax, he's got a Chroma Boost ability that greatly Chroma Boosts all of the structures of your buildings, along with, so if you're playing as Terrax, it Chroma Boosts all of your structures, and then it also Chroma Boosts all of your teammate structures. So if you have Artanis or Terrax as a teammate, or if you are playing as Terrax, make sure to coordinate with your teammate when to best use that, so you both can get the most effectiveness out of that ability. Okay, so right here, there's two carriers there. My teammate happened to take out both of those guys really fast, but make sure to target down those carriers. I'll just say this over and over and over. If you just attack command, all of the little ships that the carriers produces are going to distract your units, and you're never going to take down those carriers, and you'll probably lose your army. But if you focus fire on the carriers themselves, you'll be much more effective in your attacking. Now, another thing I like to do when playing as Protoss, I build 3 forges and put them all in a single hotkey. So I can just select that hotkey and I can click all 3 of the upgrades that I need to get: the shield, the armor, and the attack upgrades. So it's pretty darn effective. I think it's really quick. You just get 3, 3, 3 on everything right away. Okay, now you can see my minerals are at 2,000 and my gas is at under 100. Now would be a good time to start making zealots, and probably throw down another warp gate so I can get more warp-ins for zealots made. Okay, we also have 4 out of the 5 Celestial Locks. Oh, one thing first. Okay, when I'm attacking those units, it's always good to do attack, move, attack, move. Micro is just really important. If you see any units in the front that are getting weak, make sure to move them to the back. And if you have units that are surrounding you, it's good to attack and then run back, attack, run back. So those are some pretty good effectives from tactics for microing. And my building placement right here is kind of failing. If you want to chain buildings, you hold down the shift key and click. Also, don't trap your probes in between your buildings. That was bad. Okay, now back to what I was saying. We've got 4 of the 5 Celestial Locks. So right now will be a really good time to go take down that bonus objective, which is what we are going to do. Take down the bonus objective, and then once we get that, we can go straight for the last Celestial Lock and then finish this game off for the win. You can see I'm throwing in a lot of Immortals. Like I said before, I really should be making more Zealots, but I'm just throwing in a lot of Immortals because they have high hit points. They just really can take a beating, and that's what I want for this last push. And when you're attacking this bonus objective, the Exel Naga construct, this guy's got a really nasty hit. if you don't have enough units, he will kill all of your units without a problem on brutal difficulty. But because we had a ton of units and a ton of our abilities left, we were able to take it out really fast, so it wasn't really a problem for us. Okay, so as you can see now, I've got a good composition of a ton of Immortals, quite a few Dragoons, and then a bunch of Zealots mixed in there. That should be what your ending army looks like in the last stages of this mission, or any other co-op mission you're using this strategy on. And if you do it more effectively than me, you'll have a higher supply towards the end of your mission. And what we are doing right now is basically just walking straight into this. Focus fire down the strong units first, like those hybrids and the carriers. Make sure to get those guys ASAP. Then, once you're going towards the Celestial Lock, you're going to have probably 3 or 4 carriers and 2 or 3 Colossi surrounding that. Focus down the Colossi first for your ground units, or the carriers, or whatever works. Just get rid of those Colossi and carriers and the hybrids. Those 3 units are really nasty. But was not a problem for us. We were able to hang on. So, we're making the capture for the last Celestial Lock. We almost lost that Celestial Lock over to the left, but my teammate was on top of things, so that worked out very well for us. And that's the match. That's about all it takes. Honestly, I thought that this mission was quite easy with this strategy. I've had some difficult times playing this mission with Zagara. I think Zagara is very tough to play through on brutal difficulty at all. But Artanis really made this look easy with Immortals and Dragoons. So I hope you guys enjoyed this strategy. I think that this strategy may even be better than the previous strategy I posted for Artanis with the Archons, Zealots, and the other units, the other pretty bulky unit that I threw in there. But I'm not sure. I would have to go test it out again. Now, if you guys want any other strategies, let me know. I am going to be making another video for Swan. I'm going to be editing the video just a little bit that I previously made for Swan, and I'm going to see how that method works out. You guys will see what I'm talking about once I post the video, but the next video I'll be making is a campaign mission. I'm going to be getting the mastery achievement for the last campaign mission I was working on. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.